Welcome to Project Zomboid, an immersive survival horror game that offers a realistic simulation of life during a zombie apocalypse. This game stands out for its detailed approach to survival, where every decision and action can have significant consequences. Project Zomboid is more than just a game, it's a survival saga that tests your limits, challenges your ingenuity, and writes a unique story with each playthrough. Here every moment is a battle for survival, every decision a step towards your inevitable fate. Survival in the game is a multifaceted challenge. Players must manage basic needs such as hunger, thirst, and sleep, while also dealing with the psychological effects of surviving in a hostile environment. This includes coping with stress, fear, and depression, adding depth to the survival experience. Character customization in Project Zomboid allows players to create a survivor that suits their preferred playstyle. This includes choosing professions and traits that affect skills and abilities, impacting how players approach various challenges in the game. Once that is done, the player is thrust into a post-apocalyptic environment filled with dangers. The primary threat comes from zombies, which are ever present. Players must navigate through towns and countryside, constantly on the lookout for these threats, while scavenging for food, medicine, and other supplies. Survival in Project Zomboid heavily relies on the player's ability to scavenge effectively. Scavenging is not just about collecting resources, it's about carefully weighing the risks of entering potentially dangerous areas against the need for food, medicine, and materials essential for crafting. Players must plan their scavenging trips, considering factors like the time of day, their current health status, and the tools at their disposal. The resources gathered while scavenging are crucial for crafting, a key mechanic in the game. Crafting allows players to create tools, weapons, and other items necessary for survival. The ability to craft effectively can mean the difference between barely surviving and establishing a secure foothold in the harsh world of Project Zomboid. As players explore the world, they must constantly adapt to the changing environments and challenges. Each town and area offers a different strategic consideration, from the layout of the streets and buildings to the density and behavior of the zombie population. In the expansive open-world setting of Project Zomboid, players are tasked with navigating through a variety of towns and areas, each offering distinct challenges and opportunities for survival. Key locations such as Muldraugh and West Point are not just backdrop settings, they are integral to the survival experience, each with its unique environmental and resource dynamics. Combat in Project Zomboid is tactical and dangerous. Engaging with zombies is always risky, and players must consider their health, weapons, and escape routes before deciding to fight. The game's injury and illness system is detailed, meaning that any encounter can lead to long-term consequences. The game also offers a multiplayer mode where players can collaborate or compete with others for survival. This adds a social dimension to the game, where player interactions can significantly impact the gameplay experience. Project Zomboid provides a comprehensive and challenging survival experience. Its focus on realism, from managing basic needs to dealing with the psychological impacts of an apocalypse, makes it a standout title in the survival horror genre. In the early stages of Project Zomboid, your survival hinges on quick, strategic thinking and efficient resource management. As you start, you'll find yourself in a random location, often a house or trailer, which serves as your initial safe zone. Here's how you can make the most of these early moments. Your first objective is to arm yourself. Early on, weapons are primarily for defense against zombies. Look for items like kitchen knives, baseball bats, or even frying pans. Remember, the key is to maintain distance in combat. The less noise you make, the better. Food management is crucial for survival. Focus on finding perishable items first, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, and consume these before they spoil. Stockpile non-perishable items like canned goods for later. Efficient food management can be the difference between life and starvation. Your initial spawn location can act as a temporary base. To secure it, cover windows with sheets to prevent zombies from seeing inside. If you don't find enough sheets, prioritize covering windows in key areas like bedrooms or where you store supplies. Water is a vital resource in Project Zomboid. Fill any available containers with water before the utilities stop working. Store as much as you can, as water is necessary for both drinking and cooking. When you venture out for supplies, plan your routes carefully. Avoid high zombie density areas and always have an escape route planned. Stealth is crucial. The less noise you make while scavenging, the less likely you are to attract a horde. Keep an eye on your health. If injured, treat wounds immediately to prevent infections. Ripped sheets can be used as a makeshift bandage in a pinch. Also pay attention to signs of illness and address them as soon as possible. Moldraw presents players with a suburban landscape characterized by residential neighborhoods and small businesses. This area is rich in household supplies and basic necessities, making it a crucial spot for scavenging food, clothing, and basic tools. However, the suburban setting also means navigating through closely packed houses and dealing with potentially high zombie populations lurking in homes and backyards. West Point offers a contrast as an urban environment with a denser downtown area. Here players can find a variety of supplies, including potentially valuable medical resources in pharmacies and specialized tools in hardware stores. The urban setting, however, brings its own challenges. Tighter spaces and a higher likelihood of encountering zombie hordes in the street. Rosewood offers a unique mix of building types that cater to the various scavenging needs. Its residential areas are ripe with homes that can be looted for basic supplies like food, clothing, and medical items. These houses often contain valuable survival items tucked away in their kitchens and bedrooms. However, Rosewood's diverse offerings come with increased risk. The variety in building types often means a higher zombie population, and institutional buildings in particular can be hotspots for the undead. Riverside presents a different flavor. Characterized by its affluent suburban feel, it features larger homes that are often better stocked with supplies. These homes can provide a wealth of resources, including high-quality food items, luxury goods, and potentially more sophisticated tools. However, Riverside's proximity to the river poses unique strategic challenges. While the river can serve as a natural barrier against zombie hordes, it also limits escape routes. Players need to be extra cautious when planning scavenging trips in Riverside, as being trapped by the river with a horde on your tail can be a deadly situation. In Project Zomboid, your choice of weapon is critical, not just for self-defense, but also for maintaining stealth. While firearms are powerful, they are incredibly loud and can attract nearby zombies. Therefore, it's advisable to opt for quieter weapons, especially in the early stages. Melee weapons like baseball bats, axes, and even kitchen knives are excellent for close encounters. They are silent, which helps in avoiding unwanted attention from the undead. Among these, baseball bats offer a good balance of reach and damage, while axes can deal significant damage, but at the risk of getting a little closer to the zombies. Kitchen knives are less effective and break quickly, but are better than being unarmed. Remember, stealth is as much as a weapon as the tool in your hand. Moving quietly and avoiding line of sight with zombies is crucial. Utilize sneaking to move past zombies or to position yourself for a surprise attack. This strategy is especially important in urban areas, where zombie populations are denser. When engaging in combat, always be aware of your surroundings. Getting cornered or surrounded by a horde can be fatal. Try to engage zombies one at a time. If you face multiple zombies, consider retreating to a more advantageous position where you can control the flow of combat. Use the environment to your advantage. Narrow spaces like doorways and windows can be choke points to deal with zombies one by one. Always have an escape route planned and avoid fighting in open spaces where you can easily be overwhelmed. Injury and fatigue can significantly impact your combat effectiveness, so ensure your character is well rested and fed before venturing into potentially dangerous areas. Also, always carry medical supplies to treat any injuries immediately after combat. Even minor wounds can lead to severe complications if left untreated. Understanding the reach and swing time for your chosen weapon is crucial. Timing your attacks to hit the zombies before they can reach you is key to avoiding damage. Practice and familiarize yourself with the combat mechanics of different weapons to improve your efficiency in battles. Lastly, always be mindful of noise. Loud noises during combat can attract more zombies. If you must engage in a noisy confrontation, make it quick and relocate immediately after to avoid drawing in a horde. By focusing on weapon choices that favor stealth and employing smart combat tactics, you can significantly increase your survival chances in Project Zomboid. Remember, sometimes avoiding a fight is just as important as winning one. Project Zomboid presents a detailed and challenging gameplay experience centered around survival in a post-apocalyptic world, overrun by zombies. The game's mechanics are designed to immerse players in a realistic survival scenario where every action and decision matters. Maintaining your character's health is a complex task. Physical health involves treating injuries, which can range from minor scratches to severe wounds and even broken bones, and also managing illness that can weaken your character over time. Mental health is equally important. Stress and trauma from close encounters can lead to panic attacks or depression, impacting decision-making and physical performance. Balancing health management requires careful use of medical resources, weighing the risks of certain actions and planning for both immediate and long-term well-being. The Moodles system in Project Zomboid is a sophisticated feature that provides real-time feedback on your character's physical and mental condition, influencing gameplay in significant ways. Moodles are visual indicators that represent various states your character can experience, ranging from physical needs to emotional states. The physical Moodles indicate your character's basic physical needs and conditions. For example, a hungry Moodle appears when your character needs food, while a thirsty Moodle signals the need for hydration. Other physical condition Moodles include injured, indicating wounds or fractures that require attention, and sick, signaling illness or infection. Ignoring these Moodles can lead to deteriorating health and even death. Mental well-being is just as crucial as physical health in Project Zomboid. Moodles like panic, stressed, or depressed appear in response to the character's experiences and environment. Being a dark, zombie-infested area might trigger panic, while prolonged isolation can lead to stress or depression. These mental states affect your character's ability to perform tasks effectively, such as reduced combat efficiency or slower task completion. The game also includes Moodles that reflect environmental conditions and specific situations. For instance, wet appears when your character is caught in the rain, leading to discomfort and potential illness, while overheated or freezing Moodles occur in extreme temperature, impacting health and movement. Successfully managing these Moodles is key to survival in Project Zomboid. Players must constantly monitor their character's Moodles and take appropriate actions like eating, resting, seeking shelter, or finding ways to boost morale. Managing Moodles effectively helps maintain a balance between physical and mental health, ensuring your character stays capable and focused on survival tasks. The Moodles system adds depth to gameplay decisions in Project Zomboid. It forces players to consider their character's current state before undertaking activities. For example, engaging zombies while panicked or injured might not be advisable, and exploring new areas might require ensuring your character is well fed and mentally stable. Engaging with zombies in Project Zomboid is a high-stake decision. The game offers a range of weapons from melee items like baseball bats to firearms, each with specific advantages and drawbacks. Melee weapons are silent but require close combat, while guns are effective but generate noise that can attract more zombies. Stealth is often a safer approach, allowing players to avoid confrontations. However, when combat is unavoidable, players must consider their health, escape routes, and the potential aftermath of injuries. Establishing a base is a crucial part of survival. Players can choose to secure an existing structure or build a new one. Key aspects of base building include reinforcing doors and windows to prevent zombie entry, and ensuring a steady supply of food, water, and electricity. A well-maintained base serves as a safe haven for rest, resource storage, and strategic planning for future excursions. Skill development in Project Zomboid is a reflection of the player's survival style. Engaging in activities like disassembling furniture or cooking meals gradually improves skills such as carpentry and cooking. Farming can become a vital skill for food sustainability. As skills improve, new crafting recipes become available, enhancing the chances of long-term survival. The game's dynamic environment adds complexity to survival. Weather changes such as rain or snow can impact visibility, movement speed, and resource gathering. Seasons bring their own challenges. Winters are harsh with limited food, while summers can lead to dehydration. Adapting to these environmental challenges is crucial, requiring players to alter their strategies, such as scavenging routes or adjusting food storage methods. Project Zomboid's mechanics create a rich tapestry of survival, where every action, from crafting a simple tool to choosing your next meal, forms part of a larger narrative or of endurance in a world overrun by the undead. Nox Country in Project Zomboid is a meticulously crafted game world that blends both real and fictional elements to create a diverse and expansive map, each area offering unique challenges and experiences. Muldraugh is inspired by an actual location in Kentucky. It offers a quintessential suburban environment. Players navigating Muldraugh will find residential homes and small businesses, ideal for scavenging everyday supplies. However, the suburban setting also means potentially high zombie population in residential areas, posing a constant threat. Another real-world inspired location is West Point, which reflects a more urban environment. It challenges players with its dense layout of commercial buildings and tighter streets. This setting offers a different scavenging experience, with a higher chance of finding valuable resources in shops and restaurants. The urban density, however, also means increased danger from larger zombie hordes and less room to maneuver. Rosewood is a fictional town in Nox Country. Rosewood presents a unique blend of residential and institutional buildings. It's known for its proximity to key locations like a prison and the fire department, offering unique scavenging opportunities not found in other areas. The presence of these facilities adds distinct flavor to the survival experience in Rosewood. Riverside, another fictional creation, is characterized by its wealthier suburban feel. The town features larger homes and potentially well-stocked supplies, making it an attractive location for scavenging. However, its affluence might also attract more zombies, adding to the challenge. Rain in Project Zomboid is a double-edged sword. It's essential for filling water collectors, crucial for hydration, and for farming. However, rain also makes outdoor activities more challenging. It can reduce visibility and potentially lead to illness like colds if the player is not adequately clothed. Fog significantly reduces visibility, making it difficult to spot zombies until they are dangerously close. This can alter scavenging plans or escape routes, forcing players to be more cautious. Snow affects movement speed and visibility. It can also cover up important resources or paths, adding an extra layer of challenge in finding supplies. Snowfall requires players to plan their trips carefully, considering the increased time and risk involved in traveling. Winters in Project Zomboid are particularly brutal. food sources become scarcer, and players must ensure they have enough stockpiled supplies to last through the season. The cold weather necessitates warm clothing and a heated shelter, adding a constant battle against freezing temperatures. While summer brings its challenges primarily in the form of heat waves, players must manage their hydration levels more carefully and avoid activities during the hottest parts of the day to prevent overheating, which can quickly lead to dehydration and health issues. The day-night cycle in Project Zomboid dramatically affects gameplay. Night brings darkness, making it much harder to see zombies, which can lead to unexpected encounters. Scavenging and traveling at night are riskier but can be necessary when you're lacking basic resources. Foraging in the woods is a key activity for gathering natural resources like berries, mushrooms, and medicinal plants. This activity requires knowledge of which items are safe to consume or use, as some can be poisonous. While foraging, players must be vigilant of zombie encounters, especially in densely wooded areas, where visibility is limited. Farming allows players to grow their own food, providing a reliable source of nutrition over time. Players can cultivate a variety of crops, each with different growing times and yields. Farming requires careful planning, from choosing the right location to protecting the crops from zombies. It also involves managing factors like watering and the impact of seasonal changes on crop growth. Fishing is another sustainable way to obtain food. Players can fish in various bodies of water, each potentially offering different types of fish. Fish is generally a safer activity in terms of zombie encounter, but it still exposes players to environmental risks like bad weather or being caught outside at night. While engaging in these activities, players may encounter zombies, turning a routine task into a potentially dangerous situation. The noise made during these activities can attract nearby zombies, requiring players to be cautious and prepared for sudden attacks. Environmental activities expose players to the elements. For example, prolonged exposure to rain while foraging or farming can lead to colds or other illnesses. Similarly, staying out long without proper hydration or rest can have detrimental effects on the player's health. Choosing the right location for activities like farming or foraging is crucial. Areas closest to water sources are ideal for farming, but may be more exposed to zombie threats. Similarly, foraging in remote areas might offer safer gathering, but at the risk of getting lost or being far from other resources. In urban settings like West Point or the commercial districts of Muldraugh, the density of zombies is typically higher. These areas, with their concentration of businesses and homes, naturally contain more zombies. The increased population density makes navigating through the streets and looting buildings more perilous. However, the risk is often balanced by the potential rewards, as urban areas can offer a wide variety of loot, including rare and valuable items not commonly found in rural settings. Rural areas in Project Zomboid, such as farmlands or isolated cabins in the woods, generally have lower zombie populations. This makes them relatively safe for players, providing opportunities to engage in activities like farming or foraging with less risk of zombie encounters. However, the trade-off is that these are typically have fewer resources, especially in terms of manufactured goods and specialized equipment. Players relying on rural areas might find themselves needing to venture into more dangerous urban areas for specific supplies. The environment can influence how zombies navigate and group. In densely built-up urban areas, zombies can cluster in narrow streets or get trapped inside buildings, creating unexpected hazards for players. In contrast, rural areas offer more open space, which can make it easier to spot and avoid zombies, but also provides fewer barriers to slow them down. Players must adapt their tactics based on the environment and zombie density. In urban areas, stealth and careful planning of routes becomes crucial to avoid large groups of zombies. In rural areas, players might have more freedom to move, but need to be prepared for long-distance travel to gather diverse resources. The choice of base location and scavenging routes must consider zombie density. Setting up a base in a rural area might mean fewer zombie encounters, but it requires more extensive scavenging trips. Conversely, an urban base offers proximity to a variety of supplies, but a higher risk of regular zombie attacks. In Project Zomboid, the abundance of resources players initially encounter doesn't last indefinitely. Items like canned food, medical supplies, and ammunition become increasingly rare, compelling players to explore riskier areas or devise alternative survival methods. Player actions have direct consequences in the game world. Making noise, whether through combat, construction, or breaking into buildings, can attract zombies. The more noise made, the greater the risk of drawing a horde, which can quickly escalate a manageable situation into a life-threatening one. Certain player activities can alter the environment. Setting fires for cooking or warmth, for instance, can spread and cause larger infernos, destroying resources and safe zones. Similarly, driving vehicles not only attract zombies with noise, but can also lead to crashes and injuries. The world and environment in Project Zomboid are designed to provide a realistic and challenging setting for survival. Dynamic weather, changing seasons, diverse locations, and interactive elements all contribute to a deep and engaging gameplay experience that tests players' ability to adapt and survive. Character customization in Project Zomboid is a comprehensive feature that significantly shapes gameplay, allowing players to create a character that aligns with their preferred survival strategy. At the outset, players select from various professions, each offering distinct skills and bonuses. For instance, Carpenter has enhanced carpentry skills, beneficial for base building, while a police officer is proficient with firearms. Traits further personalize the character, with positive traits like brave reducing panic, and negative traits such as clumsy increasing noise generation, adding depth to the character's capabilities and challenges. As the game progresses, players develop survival-relevant skills. Improving cooking skills, for example, leads to more nutritious meals, while mechanic skills are vital for vehicle maintenance. Nutrition and fitness also play roles, impacting the character's stamina and strength. While players can customize their character's appearance, including hairstyle and clothing, this aspect is more about personalization than gameplay impact. The choices made during customization directly influence the gameplay. A character's profession and traits dictate their initial survival approach, from resource management to environmental interaction. The system encourages players to adapt their strategies based on their character's strengths and weaknesses. Character customization in Project Zomboid goes beyond aesthetics, offering a strategic layer that influences the entire gameplay experience. From professions and trait selection to skill development and health management, each aspect of customization is integral to crafting a unique and immersive survival scenario. In Project Zomboid, zombies are not just a backdrop threat, they are the core challenge, shaping the entire survival experience. The game allows for a high degree of customization in zombie traits, which once set remain consistent throughout a playthrough, creating a unique survival scenario each time. Players have the flexibility to modify zombie traits at the start of each game. This includes setting their speed, from shambling walkers to fast-moving sprinters, and their strength, which can range from fragile to highly resilient. Perception levels can also be adjusted, affecting how easily zombies detect players. Additionally, the overall population density of zombies can be altered, allowing for a sparse or densely infested game world. This customization enables players to create a survival experience that matches their skill level and desired intensity. Beginners might opt for a slower, less dense zombie population, while experienced players can challenge themselves with faster, more perceptive zombies in greater numbers. Zombies in Project Zomboid are particularly drawn to noise, a mechanic that adds a strategic layer to the gameplay. Activities like firing guns, breaking into buildings, or even running can attract nearby zombies. Players must carefully consider the noise they make, as it can lead to dangerous situations where hordes converge on their location. Dealing with zombie hordes requires tactical thinking, whether it's avoiding them through stealth, using distractions, or finding defensible positions to fight. The threat of infection in Project Zomboid is a constant concern. A bite from a zombie carries a certain risk of infection, which is fatal, adding a high level of tension to every encounter. Scratches and lacerations, while less risky, still pose a significant threat of infection. This high infection risk necessitates extreme caution in all interactions with zombies. Players must prioritize safety, using protective gear and choosing their battles wisely to avoid getting bitten or scratched. As time passes in the game, players will notice an increase in the number of zombies, even though their individual behavior remains consistent with the initial settings. This gradual increase in zombie population makes survival progressively more challenging, as resources become scarcer and safe areas are harder to maintain. In multiplayer, players can team up to survive together. This collaboration opens up new strategies for survival, from building and defending a base as a group to dividing tasks such as scavenging, cooking, and farming. For example, while one player might focus on fortifying a shared base, another could venture out to gather resources or hunt for food. Multiplayer also introduces the element of player interaction, which can range from co-op to competitive. Players might encounter other survivors, leading to tense standoffs or beneficial alliances. This unpredictability adds a dynamic layer to the gameplay, as interactions with other players can significantly impact survival strategies. The game supports both local and online multiplayer modes, including options for dedicated servers. This flexibility allows players to create their own unique survival scenarios, whether it's a close-knit group on a private server or a large community on a public server. Project Zomboid's community is also a vital part of the game's experience. Players share tips, strategies, and stories, contributing to a rich knowledge base that enhances the gameplay for everyone. The community is active in forums, social media, and the game's official Discord channel, offering support and camaraderie to both new and veteran players. Modding is another significant aspect of the community. Mods created by players add new dimensions to the game, from custom items and maps to gameplay overhauls. This modding culture not only extends the game's replayability, but also reflects the creativity and engagement of the Project Zomboid community. Both the multiplayer and community aspects of Project Zomboid are integral to the game's appeal. They offer players a chance to not just survive, but thrive together, building stories and experiences that go beyond the game's core mechanics. In the world of Project Zomboid, survival is a team effort, and the community is your greatest ally. Project Zomboid, developed by the Indie Stone, has evolved significantly since its early access release, with updates that continually enhance and expand the game's survival experience. The most notable recent update to Project Zomboid is Build 41, which has been described as the largest update ever for the game. This update introduced a host of new features and improvements, significantly altering the gameplay experience. For instance, Build 41 brought enhanced graphics, new animation, and a more detailed world, making the game more immersive and realistic. Build 41 also introduced new gameplay mechanics, such as improved combat and stealth systems, giving players more options in how they interact with zombie-infested world. The update enhanced the character customization options, allowing players to tailor their survivor more precisely to their preferred playstyle. Looking to the future, the Indie Stone continues to actively develop Project Zomboid, with plans to add even more content in the future. While specific details of future updates are not always disclosed, the development team regularly communicates with the community, providing insights into their ongoing work and future plans. Project Zomboid's journey through early access has been marked by significant updates that continually enrich the game. With a dedicated development team and a vibrant community, the future of Project Zomboid looks promising, with ongoing enhancements and new features that will continue to challenge and engage players in the world of survivor horror. The modding community in Project Zomboid also plays a pivotal role in enriching and diversifying the gameplay experience. This vibrant community has contributed significantly to the game's longevity and appeal, offering a wide range of mods that add new layers of depth and creativity. Mods in Project Zomboid range from simple tweaks to comprehensive overhauls. They include new items, weapons, and vehicles, as well as modifications to game mechanics and graphics. For example, some mods introduce new type of zombies or survival challenges, while others might offer new maps or environments to explore. One notable aspect of the modding community is its focus on enhancing realism and immersion. Mods that add realistic survival elements, such as more complex medical systems or expanded crafting recipes, are particularly popular. These mods cater to players who seek a more in-depth and authentic survival experience. The community also actively works on quality of life mods. These mods aim to streamline gameplay, improve user interfaces, or add features that make the game more accessible and enjoyable. For instance, mods that organize inventory more efficiently or provide additional information on screen can significantly enhance the player experience. Collaboration between modders and the wider player base is a key strength of Project Zomboid modding community. Many modders engage with players to gather feedback, test new ideas, and continuously improve their creations. This collaborative approach ensures that mods remain relevant and aligned with players' interests. The Indie-Stone, the developer of Project Zomboid, have shown support for the modding community, recognizing the value that mods bring to the game. This supportive environment has helped foster a thriving modding scene, with new mods being developed and released regularly. The modding community in Project Zomboid is a testament to the game's versatility and the creativity of its players. Mods not only extend the life of the game, but also offer personalized experience, ensuring that Project Zomboid continues to evolve and surprise its player base. Project Zomboid also includes a Sandbox Mode, where players can create their own custom scenarios. This mode allows for complete control over the game's settings, enabling players to tailor the difficulty to their liking. Whether it's a focus on base building and resource management, or a relentless fight for survival against overwhelming odds, the Sandbox Mode offers endless possibilities. In conclusion, the challenges and difficulty in Project Zomboid are what makes the game a deeply engaging and rewarding experience. With its customizable settings and diverse scenarios, Project Zomboid offers a survival challenge that is both tough and satisfying, appealing to both newcomers and veteran players alike. Project Zomboid, known for its immersive and challenging gameplay, also contains a variety of Easter eggs and secrets that add an extra layer of intrigue and discovery for players. These hidden gems are sprinkled throughout the game, offering surprises and nods to keen-eyed survivors. While the game is grounded in realism, the developers at the Indie-Stone have infused it with subtle and sometimes humorous Easter eggs. These can range from quirky item descriptions to unique locations that reference popular culture or in-jokes within the community. Secrets in Project Zomboid are not just for entertainment. Some of them can lead to practical benefits in the game. Hidden caches of supplies or unique items can sometimes be found by exploring off the beaten path or experimenting with different interactions in the environment. Players in Project Zomboid community often share their discoveries of these Easter eggs and secrets, adding to the collective knowledge and enjoyment of the game. This sharing fosters a sense of camaraderie and collaborative exploration among players. The Easter eggs and secrets in Project Zomboid offer a playful contrast to the game's survival challenges. They encourage exploration and curiosity, rewarding players with moments of surprise and delight in a world ravaged by the zombie apocalypse. Project Zomboid, a game that has captivated the hearts of survival horror enthusiasts, is the brainchild of the Indie-Stone, an independent game developer team. Their journey in creating and evolving Project Zomboid offers an inspiring story of dedication and passion in the world of indie game development. The Indie-Stone is a small, dedicated team of developers who have poured their hearts into creating a rich, immersive survival experience. Based in the UK, this team has faced and overcome numerous challenges, showcasing their commitment to the game and its community. Project Zomboid began as an ambitious project to create a realistic zombie survival game. The Indie-Stone's vision was to craft a game that emphasize survival mechanics, player choice, and the dynamic, evolving world. Over the years, they have continuously worked to expand and improve the game, taking into account feedback from their active and engaged player base. The development of Project Zomboid has been marked by a transparent and community-focused approach. The Indie Stone has maintained open communication with their players, sharing updates, participating in discussions, and addressing feedback. This approach has helped build a strong and supportive community around the game. Despite facing challenges, including a significant setback in 2011 when a burglary resulted in the loss of game code, the Indie Stone persevered. They rebuilt and continued to develop Project Zomboid, demonstrating resilience and a deep commitment to their vision. The Indie Stone's journey with the Project Zomboid is a testament to the potential of independent game development. Their story is one of creativity, community engagement, and the pursuit of a dream despite the odds. It serves as an inspiration to aspiring game developers and a reminder of the impact a dedicated team can have on the gaming world. The Indie Stone's development of Project Zomboid stands as a shining example of passion, hard work, and community engagement. Their ongoing dedication to the game ensures that Project Zomboid continues to evolve and captivate players around the world. Hey, if you've made it this far, why not like, subscribe, or leave me a comment?